Can you stop thinking about someone? How do you make yourself stop thinking about someone? We have all been there, but in this video, we're going to look at the psychology behind unspoken connections and what it means when you can't stop thinking about someone. So let's get started. Number uno, recalling memories. Have you ever had a random memory pop into your head of a past event that happened years ago? Well, this is called the reminiscence bump. And this phenomenon explains why we tend to recall our past memories more vividly than memories from other times in our lives. This mostly happens with significant memories that evoke strong emotions, and psychologists believe that this may be because our brains are trying to preserve these memories in order to learn from them and apply them in similar situations in the future. Now, when it comes to someone that you just can't stop thinking about, this could mean that your brain is trying to tell you something. Maybe there are some unresolved issues or emotions associated with that person that need to be addressed. Or maybe your brain is simply trying to help you remember the good times you shared together in order to bring a smile to your face. Either way, these memories are clearly important to you. So take some time to cherish them and reflect on what they mean to you. Number two, seeing things that remind you of them. Ever walked past a song that reminded you of your ex? Well, this is called the if principle. And it basically says that our brains love to find patterns, even when they aren't really there. Basically, if you're constantly seeing things that remind you of someone, it probably means that your brain has made a connection between those two things. For example, if you see a certain type of car that reminds you of the car that your crush drove you home from the movies, well, your brain is going to start making connections between those two things. The more you think about it, the more you'll start seeing that car everywhere. So if you can't stop thinking about someone, try to be aware of what it is that's triggering these thoughts. Is it a certain song, smell, or place? Once you become aware of it, you can start to break the connection by changing the way that you think about it. For example, instead of seeing a certain song as a sad reminder of your past, try to see it as an opportunity to dance around your room and have some fun. By changing the way that you think about these triggers, you'll be able to break the connection between them and the person you're thinking about. Number three, spotting their social media posts. Let's face it, we've all been guilty of this one. We can't help but sneak a peek at our ex's social media posts, even though we know that it's probably not going to end well. But there's a reason why we do this. It's called the spotlight effect. And it basically says that we tend to think that other people are paying more attention to us than they really are. So when we see a post from someone that we're interested in, we feel like everyone is talking about them and we want to be a part of the conversation. But the truth is, most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to worry about us. So the next time you find yourself stalking someone's social media accounts, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you're not as interesting as you think you are. People are too busy worrying about themselves to worry about you. Number cuatro, going through their social circle. If you can't stop thinking about someone, you might be going through their social circle. This is when you start spending time with the people that they spend time with in hopes that you get a chance to run into them. But this is probably not the best idea, because not only are you being needy, but you're also giving off the vibe that you haven't moved on. And that is not the kind of vibe that you want to be giving off if you want to attract them. If you really want to get out there and meet new people, try joining a club or taking a class. That way, you'll be meeting people who share common interests with you. And who knows, maybe you'll even meet someone special. Number cinco, avoiding them. So you've decided that the best course of action is to avoid the person you're rethinking about. But this is probably not the best idea. Why? Because avoidance only makes things worse. When we avoid the things that we're afraid of, it gives them more power over us. And that's the last thing you want in this situation. The best thing to do is to face your fear head on. The more you avoid the person you're thinking about, the more you'll start to associate them with negative feelings. And before you know it, you'll be a ball of anxiety every time you see them. So if you're struggling to stop thinking about someone, the best thing to do is to confront your feelings head on. This doesn't mean that you have to start thinking about them all the time, but it does mean that you shouldn't try to push them out of your mind. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that come up and work through them. In the long run, it'll be worth it. Number six, reaching out. Okay, so you've decided that you can't take it anymore and you reach out to the person you're rethinking about. But then, what happens? They don't respond, or they're just not as interested as you are. Well, this is normal. It's called a refractory period, and it happens after a lot of intense emotions. Basically, Your brain needs time to cool down before it can start thinking clearly again. So if you find yourself reaching out to someone that you're thinking about a lot, take a step back and give yourself some time to cool down first. Don't ruin a perfectly good friendship over a little crush. And number 7, not getting over them. Last but certainly not least, if you can't stop thinking about someone, it may be because you haven't gotten over them yet. As hard as it may be to admit, this is sometimes the truth. We can hold on to our feelings for a long time, even if they're not good for us. If you're struggling to move on, please reach out to a mental health professional. They can help you sort through your feelings and come up with a plan to move on. Moving on from someone we thought we'd never stop thinking about can be tough, but it's possible. With some time and effort, you'll be well on your way to moving on. So there you have it, the psychology behind unspoken connections and what it means when you can't stop thinking about someone. Do you have someone on your mind right now? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.